Hey there, I figured I would just shoot a quick video and let you know one of my projects today. So I need to do some general maintenance on the bike, and it needs some repairs. I need to get a new seat for it. I believe that between the squirrels and the water and freezing and all that, this material, Jen has an identical seat, and hers did the exact same thing. So we both got to replace our seats. They're trash. But nonetheless, the thing needs lubricated really bad, for one. Needs that chain oiled really, really bad. That thing's looking pretty sick. And then electrical. I have to go over the electrical on this thing. My negative here is barely holding anything there. Barely. So I have to fix that. And I've got a lighting issue. The bike itself works. If I were to bring you up here to the handle, turn her on, and give you a shot of the wheel there. So, yeah, the bike itself has no problem running. Although, of course, you're going to have issues with how much current it can draw, because those are almost completely corroded in too. So, and disconnected again. I need to put better connectors on these, by the way. I think they're called Anderson connectors, if I'm not mistaken. The nice ones, they use them on everything from, forklifts, for instance. They'll use them. I don't need nothing as big as what's on a forklift, but I think they're called Anderson connectors, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, yeah, I did with what I had, and I didn't have a lot of money to do this project when I did it. So unfortunately, I bought some really cheap connectors, and it is what it is, and you see what it gets you. That's why you should do it right. So anyway, sometimes I do things that I know better, but I also know that I know how to fix the problem later, so not so much of an issue. So I've got a wiring issue up here, I think, and the reason I say that is that this has got lighting on it, okay, and here's the headlamp, the regular headlamp, okay, and then here is my, if you want to call it that, parking lights. When I turn that on, I have lights down here on the side to the front that should come up, and then bring you around to the back here. I've got lights here that should be lighting up, and neither are. Now initially it was just this back one that quit working, and then and now the front side ones, and I know it's just the connection up in here because it's real janky, and I know I can play with the wires or something. There's somewhere I can play with the wires and get those side lights to light up. I just can't remember exactly where it is. I got to play with the wires to get them to do it. So, but anyway, the halo light here, I can control different things with it. I can see that's flashing, and I can make it do all kinds of weird stuff. I think that right there is what I have the tail lights do, but I normally just leave this just on, but that's what that little thing does. It lets me choose between different functions. So yep, pretty cool, isn't it? And then I think that's just it, regular on right there. So anyway, the front, the halo light, that's what I do. Although it might be beneficial to make it do a little bit of a blink. But the tail lights, for sure, I keep blinking. And I just got to get these side marker lights and tail lights back on. And that's going to be an issue up in the wiring. As you can see, really not a super good job done. I did with what I had, and I didn't have much, and that consisted of some solder and trying to just glob a big old piece of solder on there to hold everything together. Again, not ideal, but I didn't have what I needed to actually do it right. I still don't have what I actually need to do it right. So I'm just gonna make it work, and I'm gonna try to weatherproof the connection a little bit better so that it can't get moisture in there. So these have been untaped for a while, so they weren't as bad originally as what they look now, because they've been untaped. So anyway, just figured I'd give you a little update on what I'm doing today. This is one of today's projects. Here's the motor controller in here, if anybody's wondering. And that's not the original motor controller that came with the unit. This here is a 1500 watt. 1000 watt is what originally came with the, I'll have to use both hands for that. 1000 watt is what originally came with those hub motors. So, and this is what I'm telling you folks, okay? You know, those $1,700 e-bikes that now even some prepper channels are pimping, you know, hey, you could build this for about 700 bucks, okay? So instead of 1,700 bucks, you could save yourself about $1,000 and have an incredible electric bike. So, and it's not that hard. This is my battery. I built this battery pack out of scavenged 18650 batteries from used laptop batteries. And so there's 117 18650s in here. And of course there's a BMS, it's a battery management system is what it is. So it's 48 volts, roughly give or take 20 amp hours of battery capacity. And like I say, that's 48 volts, and I know it can produce up to 30 amps, so not bad, huh? So pretty stout battery box there, and does really good on this, really good on this. So anyway, I figured I'd show you what my project consists of today. I'm gonna shut this off and get to it. I hope you all have a blessed day. Shalom.